Thanks for joining me. This is the show Never Heard That, and my name is Andrew Muecke. I'm pretty pleased reaching my 150th show, and as I did to mark my 50th and 100th shows, I'm going to release a cluster of tracks that break all my own rules. The theme for this one is singles from American bands from the 1990s. This is show 2 of 3, and the track I'm highlighting is Susan's House by Eels from their debut 1996 album Beautiful Freak. Formed in California in 1995 and still going strong, like Mercury Rev, band members have changed over the years. Singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist Mark Oliver Everett, also known as E, is perhaps seen by most fans as being Eels. Everett had already released 2 albums under the moniker E in 1992 and 1993. Drummer Jonathan Butch Norton helped on those recordings, and when Tommy Walter joined them later on bass, Eels were launched. Beautiful Freak was released in August 1996 by record label DreamWorks, the first album released on the label. The album peaked at number 5 on the UK album charts and is included in the book 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die. 4 singles were released to promote the album: Novocaine for the Soul, Susan's House, Your Lucky Day in Hell, and Beautiful Freak. In 1996 and 1997, Eels toured extensively to support the album, building their name as a live act in the United States and Europe. It is important to point out that My Beloved Monster appeared on the soundtrack for the 2001 DreamWorks animated movie Shrek. It is used very well with vocals and music fusing perfectly with the scene it was matched with. A great vehicle to help you get your material out to a wider audience, particularly so when it is a track from one of your earlier albums. The band has gone on to release many records to various levels of acclaim. 13th album, Earth to Dora, was released in 2020, and it is highly likely that more will be produced. Although we're going back to the very first record for our show today, they have achieved a lot in this time. If you like what you hear, then there is likely a lot more for you to enjoy. Going back to the debut album, 1996 Beautiful Freak, here is Eels and their song Susan's House.
Nothing hiding behind this picket fence. There's a crazy old woman smashing bottles on the sidewalk where her house burnt down 2 years ago. People say that back then, she really wasn't that crazy. Going over to Susan's house. House. I can't be alone tonight. Down by the Donut Prince, a 15-year-old boy lies on the sidewalk with a bullet in his forehead. In a final act of indignity, the paramedics take off all his clothes for the whole world to see while they put him in the bag. Meanwhile, an old couple argues inside the Queen Bee, the sick fluorescent light shimmering on their skin. Susan's house. Going over to Susan's house. She's gonna make it right. Take a left down Echo Park. A kid asks you, I want some crack. TV sets are spewing Baywatch through the windows into black. Here comes a girl with long brown hair who can't be more than 17. She sucks on a red popsicle while she pushes a baby girl in a pink carriage. And I'm thinking, that must be her sister. That must be her sister, right? Fago into the 7-Eleven, and I keep walking. And I keep walking.
Going over to Susan's house. Going over to Susan's house. I can't be alone tonight.